The year is 1995. It is littered with a range of great platforming games like Mario, Sonic, Mega Man, and Earthworm Jim. I always liked him. A small gaming company named Ubisoft comes to try their hand at this competitive genre of gaming. They put their heads together and designed a character and mascot to rival these heavy hitters. And they did it with a man that has no legs, no arms, and no neck. His name is Rayman. It has been 25 years since Rayman, Ubisoft's mascot, debuted in his self-titled game. Along with his lack of limbs, Rayman is easily one of the most recognizable video game characters, selling roughly 20 million copies in 5 games from his main series and 14 million in his Raving Rabbids sub-series. Rayman has 2D and 3D games in various colorful worlds. Along with his design, he was unique at the time in that he uses floating fists to attack enemies from afar and could glide in the air using his hair like a helicopter. The first game has collectively sold around 10 million copies itself and helped to launch Ubisoft as the gaming giant you see today. Additionally, when looking at the main series, it's one of the best reviewed platformers of all time, with its lowest Metacritic score being around 80% for Rayman 3 and his highest being Rayman Legends, scoring around 94%. So, with the 25th anniversary of Rayman passing on September 1st, where's the Rayman announcement? I mean, we've seen Nintendo release information about Mario 3D All-Stars coming out this month, and Sega releasing news about future Sonic games and merchandise for its 30th anniversary next year. And keep in mind, the last main game, Rayman Legends, was released 7 years ago. Well, first, let's go in a direction away from Rayman and look at the other games Ubisoft develops. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Siege is one of the most successful Ubisoft games to date, hosting more than 50 million players today since its release in 2015. Game series Assassin's Creed has sold over 140 million copies for Ubisoft since 2007. Lastly, the Watch Dogs series has sold over 20 million copies since its 2014 release. Simply put, these games have been more successful than Rayman in a much shorter amount of time. It makes sense they will focus on these games and not Rayman. Whether you think they didn't promote the series well enough or not, this is a fact. It doesn't seem that Ubisoft has completely abandoned Rayman, as they said they're planning a Rayman TV series, so we'll have to see. Also, you could say I'm being slightly disingenuous, because there have been Rayman game releases on mobile platforms since Rayman Legends, with the latest one coming in 2019 last September. But it's an endless runner game, so I don't really count it. Most of the mobile Rayman games have been smaller versions of Rayman Legends anyway, and I'd rather play the whole version of a great game. So, is this game series dead? No, I don't think so. If you look at the release dates for each Rayman game, there's not really consistency in the dates. Even with a small sample size of 5 games, starting with the second game, it got released 4 years after the first, the third came 3 years later, and then everything just stopped. And then boom, out of nowhere, we get a random trailer for Rayman Origins. So it's very possible Ubisoft is still interested in creating a Rayman, but just focusing on their heavy hitters. It would have been nice if they released some information on the anniversary, but their efforts are just somewhere else right now. But if Ubisoft was done with Rayman, they wouldn't continue to create mobile games and ports of Rayman Legends. Also, Michael Ansel, lead designer for Rayman since the first game, said he's interested in creating another Rayman after he's done with Beyond Good and Evil 2. But if he doesn't follow through with his statement, it's okay. Ubisoft has more than enough money and resources to figure out a new Rayman game. But until that time, I'll be waiting for some news and continue to play one of my favorite game series. So what do you guys think? Do you think a new Rayman game will be made soon? Do you think he's strictly going to be a mobile game now? Leave your thoughts. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.